I'll make him an offer he can't refuse. In the 1972 movie, The Godfather, Marlon Brando made that comment to his godson who had been refused a part in a movie. Previously used in movies and books to imply an overwhelmingly generous offer, this version had more bite than benefit. Clearly, the offer was a physical threat. When the movie producer refused his first request, he woke up the next morning with a horse head in his bed. He got the message then and didn't refuse the offer. The godson got the part. It would be inaccurate to portray David as a flawless character who never made any bad decisions or acted rashly, even cruelly. Not long after he had let Saul go unharmed, he had to deal with the real-life issue of providing food for his growing army. This led to an incident recorded in 1 Samuel 25 involving a rich man that almost ended with David shedding the blood of innocent Israelites. Sheep shearing time had arrived, and he sent some young men to ask Nabal, a wealthy rancher, for a gift, since David's men had protected his flocks. Because it involved reaping the reward of the year's work, it was a festive occasion, and David thought Nabal would be in a generous mood. Now I have heard that you have shearers. Now your shepherds have been with us. We have not insulted them, nor has anything of theirs gone missing all the days they were in Carmel. Ask your young men, and they will tell you. Therefore let my young men find favor in your eyes, for we have come on a festive day. Please give whatever you find at hand to your servants and to your son David. 1 Samuel 25, verses 7 and 8. It was a request with no threat of violence, so David was sure Nabal wouldn't resist. But the old skinflint refused to share anything with David and insulted him as well. But Nabal answered David's servants and said, "Who is David, and who is the son of Jesse? There are many servants today who are each breaking away from his master. Shall I then take my bread and my water and my meat that I have slaughtered for my shearers and give it to men whose origin I do not know?" 1 Samuel 25, verses 10 and 11. Considering David's fame and the fact his family name was well known across Israel, this was a deliberate insult. Nabal was a foolish man, which appropriately was the meaning of his name. When David heard about the insult, he was enraged and gathered 400 of his hardened soldiers and headed out to make Nabal an offer he couldn't refuse. Except in this case, David's rage was so great there would be no warning with a horse head. David was out for blood, Nabal's, and that of any man foolish enough to be around when they got there. Then David said to his men, "Each of you strap on his sword." So each man strapped on his sword, and David also strapped on his sword, and about 400 men went up behind David while 200 stayed with the baggage. 2 Samuel 25, verse 13. Fortunately, David was persuaded to let it go and was made an offer he could not refuse, one of generosity and kindness. But that's for another Morning Minutes in the Bible. 2 points in today's Morning Minutes in the Bible will be done. 1. Be thankful for and generous with the gifts God has given you. It brings honor to you and to the Lord. And 2, don't get angry when others don't meet your expectations, even if they insult you. Now, don't be fooled. Those aren't as easy as they sound, but they are an offer our God will not refuse. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you won't refuse to come back tomorrow. Until then, this is James McClenny hoping you have a great day.